There's a lot of talk these days about variable annuity pension plans, also called VAPs. That's because a VAP is a type of retirement plan that has significant advantages over 401k type plans and traditional pension plans. It has stable employer contributions like a 401k plan, but provides participants with lifelong income like a defined benefit plan. You may be wondering how the benefits actually stack up for retirees, though. Well, you've come to the right place. Let's imagine a person, Julie, who retires at age 65 with right around $1 million. Let's also make the reasonable assumptions that inflation is going to be 2.5% every year, and the return on Julie's portfolio is 6.6% a year. Now, we'll look at how much income that $1 million can provide to Julie, depending on whether her benefit is in a traditional defined benefit pension plan, a defined contribution plan like a 401k, or a VAP. First, let's assume Julie's money is in a 401k type plan. Julie decides she isn't going to live very long in retirement, only 10 years. So she spends her money to last 10 years with inflation protection. So she starts by drawing out about $120,000 per year, and then 2.5% more than that each year to account for inflation until she runs out of money when she's 75, which is fine if she dies by then, but not so good if she lives past 75. So instead, let's assume Julie decides she needs to have her money last until age 85, about life expectancy. Instead of $120,000 per year, she draws about $65,000 per year so that her money will last for 20 years, inflation protected. This is much better from a retirement security perspective, but she still has a 50% chance of outliving her assets. Now let's say Julie is very conservative. So she plans to have her money last until she's 95. Instead of $65,000, she spends about $50,000 per year. Now she only has a 5% chance of outliving her assets. But she has a 95% chance of enjoying a lower standard of living than she could have. That's a 401k. There's a great deal of uncertainty for participants in how to spend down their money to make it last. There is an incredibly delicate balance between standard of living and outliving one's assets. And here we're assuming nice, even returns every year. In reality, the returns will be volatile, making the spending decision even tougher. In a traditional defined benefit plan, the $1 million can provide about $90,000 every year for a participant's lifetime. Because the longevity risk is pooled across all the participants in the plan can pay lifelong benefits to everybody. This provides stable, lifelong income to participants. The disadvantage, though, is that there's no inflation protection. So even though the participant gets $90,000 for life, the purchasing power of that $90,000 declines over retirement years. In real dollars, that $90,000 of purchasing power at retirement is only worth about $55,000 at age 85 and only $48,000 at 95. But what about a VAP benefit based on $1 million? The VAP is a plan design that stays fully funded in all market conditions, which is really good for employers. But it also provides inflation-protected lifelong benefits to participants. So, like the DB, the benefits are provided for life. The participant will not run out of benefits, and the benefit is inflation-protected. Notice that the VAP benefit starts out lower than the DB, than the traditional defined benefit, at about $70,000 versus $90,000. But then it increases 2.5% every year, so the purchasing power of the benefit keeps up with inflation. By the retiree's mid-70s, the VAP overtakes the traditional plan and keeps going up for her lifetime. In actuality, the VAP benefits move with the plan's market returns, so the ride is not as smooth as shown here, but with a stabilization reserve, the benefits won't go down. They go up in good years and stay flat in poor years. There is something else to consider. The reality for a participant in a DC plan is not what's shown here, because really Julie wouldn't likely have $1 million at retirement. There are a number of reasons for this. First, participants in DC plans pay higher management fees than pension plan or a VAP does, especially once they roll their money into an IRA. Second, individuals earn about 1% less return per year than professional asset management, which when compounded over a 20 or 30-year career really adds up. Plus, a traditional pension plan or a VAP maintains a balanced portfolio over time. However, a 401k participant is likely to invest more conservatively as they get older, resulting in smaller returns and therefore smaller benefits. All of these would have an impact on 401k retirement income. The results look like this. So now you can see that the 401k plan provides significantly lower income than either the traditional pension or the VAP. The VAP benefit provides lifelong income like a traditional pension, but with the added benefit of inflation protection. And unlike a traditional pension plan, which can have large, unpredictable contribution swings for employers, the VAP has stable contributions like the 401k. The VAP provides the best of both worlds and is worth serious consideration. For more information on the comparison of funding a VAP versus a traditional pension, see our Funding Side-by-Side video. For more general information on VAPs, go to milliman.com/Insight VAPs.